The Arctic winds howled against the reinforced research facility, a silent guardian of humanity's last hope. Snow swirled outside, covering the desolate landscape that bore witness to humanity's near-total destruction. Inside the facility, Hyun Park stood motionless, his eyes fixed on the complex monitoring systems that tracked the remnants of human civilization. 5 years had passed since the alien confederation's devastating attack. Their advanced technology and ruthless precision had wiped out nearly all human life in a matter of weeks. Cities crumbled, governments collapsed, and the world became a graveyard of broken dreams and shattered civilization. Hyun's fingers traced the edge of a holographic display. Thousands of red markers indicated destroyed population centers, while only a handful of green dots represented potential survivor zones. The Arctic facility remained their most crucial secret, a hidden sanctuary that the alien invaders had somehow missed. Behind him, Yoon Kim worked tirelessly at a massive control panel. Her hands moved with practiced precision, checking the status of 500 specially designed cryogenic chambers. Each chamber contained a super soldier, a product of decades of genetic engineering, military training, and technological enhancement. The facility itself was a marvel of human engineering. Built deep beneath the Arctic ice, it was designed to withstand extreme conditions and remain completely undetectable. Layers of advanced camouflage technology and electromagnetic shielding had kept it hidden from alien scanning systems. Hyun remembered the days before the invasion, how humanity had been divided, fighting its own petty battles while remaining blind to the greater threat lurking in the darkness of space. The alien confederation had studied human weaknesses for decades, planning a strike that would eliminate their potential threat forever. "Activation sequence is stable," Yoon said quietly, her voice breaking the tense silence. The cryogenic chambers began to pulse with a soft blue light. Complex life support systems engaged, preparing to awaken the sleeping soldiers. Each individual had been carefully selected, not just for physical capabilities, but for their mental resilience and strategic thinking. Outside, the Antarctic landscape remained unchanged. Miles of ice and snow concealed the most important weapon humanity would ever produce. The alien invaders believed they had won, that human resistance was impossible. They did not know about the Arctic chamber. Genetic modifications made these soldiers different from any previous military unit. Enhanced strength, accelerated healing, advanced cognitive abilities, and neural interfaces that allowed near-instantaneous tactical communication. They were designed to be the ultimate survival mechanism for the human race. Hyun watched as the first chamber's external sensors began to activate. A low humming sound filled the facility, the sound of hope preparing to emerge. 5 years of bond, careful planning, of hiding, of waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. The alien confederation had made one critical mistake. They believed that destroying human infrastructure meant destroying human spirit. They did not understand the core of human resilience, the ability to adapt, to fight, to survive against impossible odds. "Prepare final initialization protocols," Hyun commanded. Yoon nodded, her fingers dancing across complex control systems. Each movement was calculated. Each button pressed a potential trigger for humanity's resurrection. The first chamber began to open. Cold mist escaped from its sealed environment, creating a dramatic cloud that slowly dissipated. A hand moved, fingers, flexing as advanced biological systems returned to full functionality. Humanity's last army was about to awaken. The facility's internal systems ran final checks. Temperature, oxygen levels, neural synchronization, everything needed to be perfect. Years of research, billions of dollars, and the collective hopes of a nearly extinct species were contained within these walls. Hyun Park allowed himself a slight smile. The aliens thought they had won. They thought humans were defeated. They were wrong. Very wrong. The first super soldier took a deep breath, and the world was about to change forever. The first chamber hissed open with a soft pneumatic sound. Jae Choi emerged, his body moving with calculated precision despite being frozen for 5 years. Muscles that had been suspended in cryogenic sleep now stretched and responded with impossible speed and strength. Around him, other chambers began to activate. Soft blue lights pulsed, and the low hum of advanced technology filled the facility. Each super soldier's awakening was carefully synchronized, a dance of human engineering and survival instinct. Sujin was the first to approach the monitoring systems. Her enhanced neural implants connected instantly with the facility's central computer, downloading years of accumulated data in milliseconds. The world they knew was gone, completely transformed. "Status report," Jay commanded, his voice low and controlled. Screens flickered to life, showing global satellite imagery. What they saw was a nightmare beyond imagination. Alien structures dominated continents where human cities once stood. Massive metallic constructions stretched across landscapes, replacing familiar terrain with cold, inhuman architecture. The super soldiers moved with a synchronized precision that seemed almost supernatural. Each one had been trained to function as both an individual and a perfect unit member. Their minds were connected through advanced neural networks, allowing instant communication and tactical coordination. Hyun Park watched as the soldiers began their initial assessment. Their movements were fluid, calculated. Years of genetic modification and specialized training had created warriors unlike any in human history. They were not just soldiers, they were the ultimate human survival mechanism. Scanning for human survivors, one of the soldiers reported. The facility's advanced systems began a comprehensive global search: thermal imaging, radio frequency detection, microscopic signal tracing. Nothing would escape their detection. Somewhere, human survivors were waiting. Hoping. Jay moved to the central holographic display. Years of tactical training kicked in immediately. He began analyzing the alien occupation patterns, identifying potential weaknesses in their defensive structures. Every movement was deliberate, every observation calculated. "Our primary objective," Jay announced to the team, "is human survival and planetary reclamation." The facility around them was more than just a military base. It was a testament to human innovation. Advanced medical stations could repair severe injuries in minutes. Weapon systems that looked more like scientific equipment than traditional armaments lined the walls. Sujin discovered something interesting in the global data. Pockets of human resistance still existed, small groups fighting against the alien occupation. They were scattered, uncoordinated, but alive. Hope remained. "We are humanity's last hope," one of the soldiers whispered. The alien confederation had made a critical mistake. They believed destroying human infrastructure meant destroying human spirit. They did not understand the core of human resilience, the ability to adapt, to fight, to survive against impossible odds. Each super soldier represented years of scientific research. Genetic modifications enhanced physical capabilities beyond normal human limits. Neural implants allowed instant tactical communication. Their bodies were weapons. Their minds were computers. The facility's temperature remained constant, a controlled environment that supported their reactivation. Outside, the Arctic continued its eternal winter. Miles of ice and snow concealed humanity's most important secret weapon. Jay approached a specialized weapon rack. Advanced energy rifles, adaptive combat suits, and technology that looked more like science fiction than military equipment. Each piece was designed for a specific purpose: planetary reclamation. "Preparation phase complete," Sujin announced. The first phase of their mission was about to begin: reconnaissance, assessment, and ultimately, liberation. The aliens believed they had won. They thought humans were defeated. They were wrong, very wrong. The super soldiers stood ready. Humanity's final army had awakened, and the fight for Earth was about to begin. The first reconnaissance team moved like shadows across the frozen landscape. Jay led the group, his enhanced vision cutting through the darkness with impossible clarity. They had spent weeks studying alien movement patterns, identifying weak points in the occupation grid. Their adaptive camouflage suits made them invisible to both physical and technological detection systems. Each team member carried advanced scanning equipment that could map terrain, detect energy signatures, and analyze alien communication networks in real time. Sujin's neural interface connected with the team's collective network. Tiny data streams flowed between them, sharing information faster than any human communication system could ever process. They were more than a team. They were a single, intelligent organism designed for survival. The first alien outpost appeared on their scanners, a massive metallic structure that looked like a cross between a military base and a scientific research facility. Traditional human reconnaissance would have taken months to gather intelligence. For these super soldiers, it would take minutes. Thermal signatures detected, whispered Min, the team's detection specialist. His fingers moved across a holographic interface, breaking down complex data into actionable intelligence. They discovered something unexpected. The alien occupation wasn't as complete as initial reports suggested. Pockets of human resistance existed in unexpected locations. Underground networks, hidden communication channels, small groups fighting a quiet war of survival. Jay's tactical training kicked in. Each movement was calculated, each observation stored and analyzed. The team moved without creating a single sound, their enhanced bodies capable of movements that defied normal human limitations. Advanced scanning equipment revealed critical information about alien technology. Their communication networks had blind spots. Their ground defense relied on predictable patrol patterns. What seemed like total control was actually a complex system with fundamental weaknesses. We can exploit these vulnerabilities, Jay told the team through their neural link. The alien structures were impressive, but not invincible. Years of genetic and technological enhancement had prepared these soldiers for exactly this moment. They were humanity's ultimate weapon, created to survive, to fight, to reclaim their world. Energy signatures mapped the alien occupation zones. Some continents were completely controlled, while others showed signs of resistance. North America looked like a battlefield of technological destruction. Europe was a grid of alien infrastructure. Parts of Asia showed unexpected pockets of human survival. Min discovered something interesting in the communication intercepted. The aliens believed their victory was complete. They did not expect any significant human resistance. Their overconfidence would become their greatest weakness. The team collected physical samples, fragments of alien technology, environmental data, traces of their occupation infrastructure. Each piece of information was a weapon. Knowledge was their first line of defense. Their enhanced bodies could survive in conditions that would kill normal humans. Extreme temperatures, low oxygen environments, radiation zones. Nothing could stop them. They were designed to be the ultimate survivors, as Imer. Dawn broke. The reconnaissance team prepared to return to their Arctic base. They had gathered more intelligence in one night than traditional military units could in months. The aliens had no idea what was coming. Mission objective completed, Jay reported. The team moved back through the landscape, leaving no trace of their presence. Invisible ghosts carrying the hope of an entire species. They were more than soldiers. They were humanity's last chance. The Arctic facility waited, a silent guardian of their mission. Inside, scientists and strategists would analyze every piece of data collected. Each fragment of information was a potential key to planetary liberation. Sujin looked at the collected data. A smile crossed her face. The aliens thought they had won. They were wrong. Humanity was about to show them the true meaning of resistance. The reconnaissance was complete. The real war was just beginning. The first strike came without warning. Dawn broke over a quiet, alien-controlled city, its metallic structures gleaming under the pale morning light. No one expected the attack. Not the aliens. Not the world. Jay's team moved with impossible precision. Their adaptive camouflage made them invisible, not just hidden, but completely undetectable by any known technological system. Each super soldier was a weapon, each movement calculated with mathematical perfection. 3 alien command centers were selected as primary targets, locations chosen not just for their strategic importance but for their psychological impact. The aliens would understand that humanity was not defeated, not even close. Min's neural interface began the electronic assault. Advanced computer systems infiltrated alien communication networks, creating chaos before the physical attack could begin. Firewalls meant nothing to their enhanced technological capabilities. The first explosion was silent. A precise energy burst that disabled an entire alien communication hub. No fire, no traditional destruction, just a complete technological shutdown that left the aliens confused and vulnerable. Sujin led the second team, targeting a massive alien research facility in what was once Central Europe. Her team moved like liquid shadows, each member capable of taking down multiple alien defenders without making a sound. They were not just soldiers, they were a perfect fighting machine. Alien defenders responded, but their tactics were useless. Weapons that would obliterate normal human soldiers did nothing against the enhanced super soldiers. Their genetic modifications provided protection beyond anything the aliens could comprehend. Primary objectives achieved, Jay reported through the neural network. Within minutes, 3 critical alien infrastructure points were completely neutralized. No massive explosions, no dramatic destruction, just a precise, calculated removal of their technological control. The aliens would not understand what happened until hours later. The super soldiers collected critical technology samples. Each piece of alien equipment was a potential weapon, a potential key to understanding their occupation. Knowledge was their most powerful weapon. Survivors in nearby human settlements watched in disbelief. Small resistance groups that had been fighting a losing battle suddenly saw hope. If these soldiers could strike with such precision, maybe humanity had a chance. Alien communication networks collapsed. Their supposedly impenetrable systems were torn apart by advanced human technology. The super soldiers had studied their enemies for years, understanding every potential weakness. Jay understood this was more than a military operation. This was a message. Humanity was not extinct. Humanity was not defeated. Humanity was fighting back. The teams regrouped at predetermined extraction points, no casualties, no traces left behind, just complete tactical perfection. The aliens would spend weeks trying to understand what happened. Back at the Arctic facility, Hyun Park analyzed the mission data. Each piece of information was processed, studied, prepared for the next phase of their planetary liberation strategy. The first strike was successful beyond all expectations. Phase 1 complete, Min reported. The super soldiers began medical and equipment decontamination. Their enhanced bodies processed any potential alien biological contamination instantly. Nothing could stop them. Nothing could defeat them. As night fell, alien command structures were in complete confusion. Communication systems were compromised. Strategic points were neutralized, and no one knew who had attacked them. Sujin looked at the mission data. A slight smile crossed her enhanced features. The aliens thought they had won. They believed humanity was finished. They were wrong. Very wrong. The first strike was just the beginning. Humanity was about to show the universe what true resistance looked like. The war for Earth had officially started. The final battle began quietly. No massive explosions, no dramatic speeches, just pure, calculated human determination. Jay's team had spent months preparing. Every alien movement was tracked. Every technological system understood. Their strategic planning transformed scattered human resistance into a coordinated global liberation movement. Survivors emerged from hidden underground networks. Small groups that had been fighting isolated battles suddenly found themselves connected through the super soldiers' advanced communication systems. Farmers with hunting rifles, engineers with makeshift weapons, teenagers who had learned survival skills in a world destroyed by alien invaders. Sujin mapped the global resistance points. What looked like random pockets of human survival were actually carefully planned strategic locations. Each group would strike simultaneously, creating a coordinated global resistance that the aliens could not predict or stop. The aliens made their critical mistake. They believed humans were defeated. They thought technology could replace human spirit. They were wrong. Advanced weapon systems developed in the Arctic facility gave human resistance groups capabilities beyond their wildest dreams. energy weapons that could disable alien technology, adaptive combat suits that provided protection against advanced alien weaponry, communication systems that could not be intercepted. Min's tactical planning turned small resistance groups into a unified fighting force. Each team knew exactly where to strike, when to strike, and how to maximize their limited resources. The super soldiers provided tactical support, guidance, and critical technological advantages. Alien occupation zones began to crumble. Not through massive destruction, but through precise calculated strikes that destroyed their technological infrastructure. Communication networks collapsed, strategic points were neutralized, their supposedly impenetrable defense systems were torn apart. Human survivors started reclaiming territories, small cities, farming communities, industrial zones. Each liberated area became a symbol of hope, proof that humanity could fight back, proof that they were not finished. The super soldiers moved between resistance groups, providing critical support. Their enhanced bodies could survive conditions that would kill normal humans, extreme temperatures, radiation zones, environments that seemed impossible to survive. Jay understood this was more than a military campaign. This was about human survival, about proving that no technological superiority could defeat human spirit. Alien command structures went into complete panic. Their intelligence networks were compromised, their technological advantages neutralized. They discovered that the humans they thought were defeated were actually preparing for total war. Resistance groups shared stories of survival, of hope, of fighting back against impossible odds. Children who had grown up in hidden underground networks. Survivors who had learned to fight and survive in a world destroyed by alien invasion. The final confrontation happened across multiple continents simultaneously. No single massive battle. Just coordinated strikes that dismantled alien occupation, zone by zone, city by city, territory by territory. Sujin's final tactical analysis showed something remarkable. Humanity was not just surviving. They were winning. Alien technology began to fail. Their advanced systems were no match for human adaptability, for human determination, for the spirit that had allowed humans to survive and evolve through millions of years of challenges. The last alien command center fell silently. No dramatic explosion. Just a complete technological shutdown that left their occupation forces confused and vulnerable. As dust settled, human survivors emerged, not as victims, but as victors. The world would be rebuilt, different, stronger, more united than ever before. Humanity had reclaimed its home.